Welcome back to the show, everybody. I got my lapel mic on since my phone microphone is probably filled up with paint. We'll see how well this lapel mic picks up my signals. Anyway, the video today is this Alpina Senior. That's SK-24, same Alpina that we've had on the show before. Great machines, super well built, modular design. By modular, I mean they come apart easily. You pop the carriage off with pulling out these flip the screws, and then carriage comes off, and you can work on them. Body comes off, just a similar type of deal. You take a couple screws off, and it's good to go. Highly versatile machines. It's a skeleton shift machine, so as you can see inside here, it bounces up and down instead of the whole carriage moving up and down. It's still about as heavy as a regular carriage shift model, but it's more stable, and the adjustments for the carriage or for the shift motion would be under this cap. You take off a couple of screws, the back panel comes off with the sides. These just unscrew by hand, and then the platen comes out. Super easy. And then it's much like the Rheinmetals, where there's a balance screw on either side of these posts that adjust your shift height up and down so you can center your text. And this is basically like a high-end version of the Rheinmetall KST. That's what I would like to compare it to. It has a little bit different touch, like the springiness feel to it, but for the most part, the systems of the KST are pretty similar, and it's got some cool little features. One we can see here, the carriage arm locks into place when you put it on the blue dot and move it over. It locks, and then this carriage arm turns for transit, and so now it's all tucked in neatly and nicely for a carriage transport. And to get it started, you just flip it back into your line space that you want and undo your lever. That's always neat. And it's got your standard, it's got a carriage lock on the side, which is always helpful. These are super fragile to ship in transit. The escapement pawl can easily break on these, and I've had a number of them, and other people have had a number of them where the escapement shows it broken because the interference, if they don't lock it correctly, they don't support it. All it takes is one little hit to the side, and your escapement dog is toast. And finding a new one, you're going to have to buy a whole new machine from Germany or somewhere else, and they're not cheap. I mean, maybe in Germany they're cheap, but you still have to spend $150 to get it shipped over. But on that note, we are going to type on this one because it has a new platen. I just put it in. Let's see how it goes. Look at that. It's got the nice action where you don't even have to lift. I always, after a while, the paper does get deformed from rolling in and out, but I always judge how smooth a typewriter works kind of by if you have to pull up the bail or not. It's not a big deal. I mean, so what, you have to lift up the bail to get the paper in, but it just kind of shows how nice a typewriter is engineered and built when it's just a seamless feed like that. But blue. Nice loud bell. Nice dark print. This one is Elite, Congress Elite. My only other torpedo machine that I'm about to put in a platen next is also the Elite Congress, the more bold typeface. I like them a lot. I like Congress machines. As for the senior reason, I don't see any difference. I've taken this whole machine apart, cleaned it up, and there is no difference between the standard Alpina SK-24 and the senior, other than this nice sticker they put on it right there. And speaking of nice stickers, it's got all of its things. Not a scratch on this machine, on the front anyway. There is on the back, just normal. Let me see if I can flip this around without destroying too much of my workspace. There is a little bit of rub mark from just normal wear and tear and use, but that's nothing. It's got the stickers on the back too that say made in Western Germany or whatnot. Yeah, these things are great to use. This one's super clean. Here's your touch control. I always keep it on 1. Why would you want it to be harder to type? I guess people want faster, quicker typing speed, or they have a heavy touch. But one thing that I always get confused about on these machines is the setting of the tabs, because let's see if I can tab. Yeah. For some reason, my brain, when I see this plus, like on the top, I think that you have to go up to add a tab, and then you go to the down direction to subtract a tab. But that's not the case. You actually push on the plus side to add a tab, and push on the negative side to subtract a tab. But yeah, minor things. If it was a perfect world, I would put the backspace onto the right side. But no harm, no foul there. I mean, if we're nitpicking a machine, and those are the only 2 things that you have wrong, and that's saying a lot. But yeah, guys, Alpina machines, highly regarded. I'd recommend them. Still, it doesn't knock off my Torpedo 18B as the top machine to use, but this one is a dedicated desktop machine. It's giant, it's huge, it's heavy, and it has this case system that it locks into the case with these 2 push buttons. So to get it out of the case, you have to take the lid off, and then you have to push down on these both and lift it out of the case. But they did offer these with desk mount options that would replace those, these little latch things, and you could permanently fixture it to your fold out typewriter desk, which is a nice option. And I believe I have had the system come with that. I've had the typewriter come with that system. But anyway, guys, this is just a Friday night video. We got the Platens in today from JJ Short, and we were going to get this buttoned up, packed up, and out to its new owner in all of its glory. Beautiful machine. Take it easy, guys.